Hi there, welcome to the Brown Lounge. I'm Holly Brown and I'm here at Swingside Cafe with its owner and head chef, Brad Inserra. Hi Brad.
Oh.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, I'm really good.
Glad
so
to hear.
Brad is going to be making a wonderful caponata today for us, and it's one of the wonderful recipes that he has on in his restaurant, which has been around in the Fremont neighborhood of Seattle for, you said, 23 years.
23 years in September, yep. So we're going on 24 now.
That is serious testimony to having a great restaurant experience that people love and want to come back to often.
Thank you.
For sure.
There you go.
So tell me what inspired you to, start Swingside Cafe and a little bit about.
It fell into my lap in 1990, and so I had no choice but to open it. My grandfather's from Sicily, my grandmother's from Rome, my mom's Northern Italian, and so it gave me an opportunity to introduce Italian cuisine from all those provinces, from north to south to Seattle, which I had recognized nobody had done it to that degree. So that's why I did it, and that's why I'm still here.
It's fabulous. Well, I'm so looking forward to this dish. As I said, we're going to make a caponata, and in fact, all of the ingredients are back here, right behind us. And we're going to do everything from Brad's kitchen here at Swingside, so stick around. We're going to show you how to make this wonderful dish, caponata from Swingside Cafe. When I saw you sort of getting everything ready, it looked like there were a lot of ingredients here, and they all sort of have to be ready to throw into the sauté. You don't want to be chopping and dicing once the sauté starts,
That's right. So a major part of getting it all together is the assemblage. So you have everything prepared because you're doing a quick sauté. In order to do a quick sauté, you have to be prepared. About 4 ounces of red wine vinegar, basic red wine vinegar. We have balsamic vinegar over here. Here are our anchovy fillets.
Don't be afraid of anchovies.
Anchovies are your friend.
Anchovies are your friend.
Here are our capers. Here's the garlic and the bay leaf, which comprise of the agrodolce. We have over here the eggplant, which is diced into about 1/2 inch cubes. And then over here we have diced onions, celery, and fennel roots. Here's our sugar, which is the last ingredient in the agrodolce. Over here we have tomato, crushed tomatoes. We have pine nuts, we have chilies, oregano, thyme, flat leaf parsley, and these are the garnish, which is our Mama Lil's Hungarian goat horn wax peppers, and we're good to go. Our first step will be sauteing the eggplant, and the key to that is that the eggplant absorbs all the olive oil. I use high quality olive oil. In this case it's Petosa, it's imported from Tuscany into Seattle. And all you need to do is coat the bottom of the skillet. It'll take about 1.5 cups of eggplant. We're looking at about 4 ounces of olive oil. And you want to get it to high heat where it actually almost begins to smoke. Okay, we are sauteing about 1.5 to 2 cups of diced eggplant in 4 ounces of olive oil. You want to fully coat the eggplant. I'd like to take it back out of the skillet and then give it a second shot with just a lesser amount of olive oil. That's another trick, to do it twice. It's essential, really. And then putting a lid on it for a little bit as well. Okay, once we get the olive oil back to a smoking hot point, we'll put the eggplant back in. We're going to move it around a little. And over a medium-high heat, put a lid on it. You'll need to saute like that for about 3 minutes. Alright, so after about 4 minutes, the eggplant are sauteed to a golden brown, and they are ready to be put in the larger bowl, which is where everything will end up. Okay, now we will begin our agrodolce, or the sweet and sour sauce. That is a combination of 4 ounces of red wine vinegar, about 2 ounces of balsamic vinegar, 3 teaspoons of capers, 2 ounces of anchovy fillets, and about a tablespoon of garlic. You will let that simmer for about 40 minutes, half an hour to 40 minutes on a back burner over low heat with a little bit of water, with an added touch, 1 bay leaf if you have one handy. That will stay over here. Okay, after about 20 minutes to a half an hour, your liquids will be evaporated and it becomes kind of a paste. And to that, I'm going to add about a tablespoon of sugar and stir that in. And that is the flavor base of this dish. Our next step is the sauté, which starts with our onions and olive oil. So about the same amount, 4 ounces to 5 ounces of good, high quality, extra virgin olive oil, which is what I always use. And we're adding to that, after it gets good and smoky hot, about a half a cup to 2/3 of a cup of sweet onions. These are Walla Walla sweets. They're in Washington State, some of the best onions in the world. You want to caramelize them a little bit, or at least get them to be translucent. So that takes a few minutes. And so we'll put a lid on them and let it go for about, say, 3 to 4 minutes. When the onions start to get translucent, then you will add about a half a cup of chopped celery and about a half a cup of chopped fennel root if it's handy, if you can get it. If you can't, no sweat, but if you can, it's a nice highlight to the dish. So there's our sauté: onions, celery, and fennel roots in olive oil. After about 4 minutes, when everything's coming together translucently, you will then want to add a scant 1/4 teaspoon or so of crushed red chilies, your pine nuts, about 1.5 tablespoons, your sultanas or blonde raisins, about 1.5 tablespoons, and let that saute for a while, with the lid on preferably. After about 3 or 4 more minutes with that, then it's time to add our herbs. With this we have dried thyme, so it's about 1 teaspoon. You want to rub it to get the essential oils out of it. Mediterranean oregano, also about 1 teaspoon to 1.5 teaspoons. You want to rub that in.
Brad, that looks fabulous.
And it smells delicious as well. Now here we have our finished product before we add it to the eggplant with all the herbs, all the vegetables, perfectly sauteed. And it's ready to go. Okay, our next step is to add some crushed diced tomato. This is from Stanislaus Foods. It's a good product from California. And we'll add about 3/4 of a cup of the crushed tomatoes with puree. Then we will add our chopped Italian flat leaf parsley, about 2 tablespoons. Saute that for about a minute or 2. Might be good to put a lid on it. After several minutes, we will add our agrodolce, or our sweet and sour sauce. So seasonal, so festive. Here we have our sauteed eggplant, all ready to assemble with our other ingredients, the agrodolce and the sauté. All married together in one final step before plating. Mix it together, and we have what the Sicilians call caponata, eggplant caponata, or aubergine, or melanzane, depending on which part of Sicily you live in.
So this is my very favorite part, of course. It's the eating.
Mine too.
Right. So this is wonderful caponata, and what I love about this dish is not only can we enjoy it at your restaurant, Brad, but we can also make this as a wonderful holiday appetizer, and it's something that you can make at home and serve it to your friends, or if you're invited to someone else's place, you can offer to make the appetizer.
Travels very well. It's perfect at room temperature.
Yeah, it's perfect. Can't wait to try it. That is beautiful. I love the little pepper on the top. Great. Okay, let's get started.
Buon appetito.
The sweet, savory, that is
Agrodolce.
delicious. Agrodolce. Like I said, don't be afraid of anchovies.
No, they're our friends.
Definitely visit the Brown Lounge often. We have lots of great things, great chefs. Thank you, Brad. We'll see you next time. Enjoy your next dinner party.
Grazie. Thank you.
This is delicious.